Hello and welcome to another edition of Good Morning Pattaya, Pattaya Channel's very own breakfast show. I'm your regular host, Nick Pendrell, and joining us once again after taking a nice little break, it's wonderful Dave D.
I love that wonderful Dave. Good morning to you, Nick. All right, how are you? Nice to be back after a bit of a break.
Yeah, nice and refreshed, I hope.
I'm refreshed, yes. Refreshed. Great morning.
Really refreshed.
Really fresh. Good morning to you, mate.
Good morning. And good morning also to our guest today, who is Campbell from the Tara Court Hotel and O'Gara's Irish Bar and Grill. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning, Campbell.
Morning, Dave. Pleased to see you again.
Pleased to see you again, sir.
So tell us all about the hotel and bar.
The hotel and bar. Well, O'Gara's was founded by three Irishmen over a drink in Soy 4 about 9 years ago.
Right.
And they decided to build a condo. Mm-hmm. And then the bubble burst.
Right.
They couldn't sell the rooms. So after another drink, they decided to turn it into a hotel.
There's a lot of planning involved.
There's a lot of planning involved, yeah.
A lot of drinks.
So the hotel has been designed and built as a condominium. So
Right.
it's got huge rooms and huge balconies. And it's run as a hotel now for the best part of 6 years.
Wow.
And we've got 55 rooms.
That's a nice. So it's more of a sort of boutique hotel. It's
Very
not
boutique,
some
very kind
giant one.
of... And we manage it like a boutique hotel and condominium.
Right. That's
And it's been there now five or 6 years. Very popular.
Sorry, Campbell. I think it's a good, shrewd move there, though. Don't you think so, Nick? I mean, like you said, Campbell, like they built it as a condominium, and they couldn't, and when you build a condominium, you build them to sell for people to live in, and they're a good size, as you know. But because it never worked out, they turned it around into this the hotel now. And I mean, it's working good. I mean, 6 years down the line, it must be.
Well, this weekend, although most hotels will tell you the same, but on Saturday and Sunday we were averaging 95% occupancy.
Wow,
which is very good.
Lowest of low season. That's pretty good going.
So we're pretty happy. People returning, the fact that it's got great reviews.
Yeah,
it's doing okay.
So whereabouts in Pattaya is it located?
It's in Platternack Road.
Right.
The top of Soy 5.
Right.
Platternack.
Very close from our
You can't
office,
miss it. There's a lot of green outside of it.
A lot of green. Who'd have thought with an Irish-themed bar and hotel, you'd have a lot of green
There's
outside?
a lot of green there.
How many rooms did you say are down there, Campbell?
There's 55.
55, and would you say sort of like down there you can give the personal touch compared to the bigger places?
We think so. Right. Yeah. We attend to, I'm there all the time. Most of the staff, especially in the hotel itself, have been there for years. So they recognise folk year after year.
So you got repeat customers all the time, yeah?
All the time.
One thing we spoke about on another show, didn't we, Nick, was, we speak to people who have hotels and whatever, and we all say, do you take the positives and the negatives from the customers that stay at your place? We think it's a big thing, if somebody's got something good to say about you or bad to say or complain. I mean, do you take that on board being down there?
If anybody's got a complaint, we deal with it there and then. We don't hide from complaints. Not that I thrived of them. We don't have too many. No, we get a complaint, we deal with it, we solve it, we turn it around into a positive.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we spoke about on other shows, and we think that's it's very important.
Sure.
I mean, everybody sort of like looks in magazines and TVs and they go, yeah, we're great. But of course, behind the scenes, there is things that need changing. And like you say, if you're dealing with it on the spot, I mean, it solves the problem, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For instance, for the last couple of months, some of the regulars, we have a huge regular clientele, and they were getting a bit bored with the menu. So we changed the menu. We brought in Indian food into the bar, and brought some more traditional English food as well.
Sure.
Liver and bacon, and we've got a full Indian menu now. So we listen to them, because it makes sense. If folk want things, give it to them.
Well, I think also, I mean, if you've got your regular customers coming to your place and you've got other people staying there, and even by just maybe filling the card in or by talking to you, I mean, surely you could end up with the perfect menu, couldn't you? If you think about it, I mean, you're sort of catering for everybody, then, aren't you?
Well, I never told you this beforehand, but what we've actually just started today, right, is that we looked at CNN's top 50 dishes worldwide.
All right.
We've taken 20 of them, and over the next 20 weeks, on a Tuesday, we create our version of one of those meals, and then for the following week, we serve it as a special.
Okay.
That sounds fascinating.
And at the end of 20 weeks, we're going to take the top 5 dishes and put them into the menu.
Wow, it's almost like a food sort of smackdown to the champion of food.
Yeah, but luckily in the CNN top 50, in the top 20, three of the dishes are Thai, and the top dish is a Thai dish.
Well, if
What
you
is
do need any food tasters, mate, they are free.
I don't have problems with that myself.
At the risk of spoilers, what is the number one dish according to the CNN listing?
Massaman curry.
Massaman curry.
Massaman curry.
Yeah. We'll go with that. And give us some more hints on what to expect from your
Well, in the
dishes of
the first
workforce.
week, it's going to be lasagna.
Okay.
But there's meals from Indonesia, Spain, Mexico, Scotland, Ireland.
So where's your chef from? Because this can't be easy to find a chef who's so versatile and can do all this type of...
Well, we've got a consultant chef in from Scotland who comes and helps now and again
Right.
with these. But our main chef's a Thai lady, and she's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, just got that.
If you show her a menu or a recipe and a picture, she will produce that, and it will taste as...
Wow.
She'd never cooked liver and onions to the other day.
Yeah.
Showed her the picture. She bought the goods, made it, and it was absolutely stunning.
It was very funny you said that, because the other night a friend of mine had a picture sent to his telephone, and it was his wife saying, "Your dinner's ready," and there was a picture of a Sunday dinner there, yeah? And when he got back, the picture was on the table the night before. Which I thought was
I can
great.
remember that.
I mean, Tara Corner, I mean, what do you offer down there? I mean, what facilities have you got?
We've got a massage suite, we've got a fitness gym, and we've got a rooftop swimming pool. We've got a tour desk, and we also have a professional golf company on the premises that does golf tours.
I think golf comes into quite a few hotels and resorts around there because of, 21, was it 21, 22 golf courses, Nick?
Oh,
Surrounding
Within
area?
90 minutes.
Within 90
there's
minutes?
Best part of 30 golf courses out there.
30?
Yeah, it's,
Wow.
it's certainly not short for the golfers.
So we get a lot of golfers into the hotel as well. But a lot of our guests, especially come up to November and December, the average stay will be 20 or 30 days.
Really?
It's not 2 or 3 days like most hotels here will be. They're in, they're out.
Sure.
We're,
I guess this is one of the advantages of it being an ex-condo building, so they're suites, because I know I've been in a lot of lovely hotel rooms, but they're very cramped, and it's like, you don't want to be there for more than a couple of days.
ours
or
are
something.
definitely, our smallest rooms, 50 square metres, which is
Wow.
twice the size of a Pattaya hotel room.
Yeah, well, it's twice the size of a lot of condos these days that they're
So
building.
they're fairly huge, and that's why we've got folks staying.
Yeah.
We get a lot of guests that arrive for 1 or 2 days and end up staying for a fortnight.
Right.
So our average stay will be, certainly 14, 20 days.
That's good.
And we've got families. It's a family hotel as well.
Right.
I was going to say that, is it family?
Yeah, we've got a lot of 2-bedroom suites or family rooms. So we've got a lot of families stay with us, and our 2-bedroom suites are probably the most popular rooms that we have in it because we've got children in it. Children are welcome. You've got the Thai hospitality and the Celtic hospitality. So we have.
What's the mix staying there, Campbell? I mean, what's the sort of ratio to sort of the Thai people, the foreign people? I mean, what's the kind of mix do you have?
The majority are still European and Australian. We'll get occasional Thais down at the weekend, but we don't have a lot of Thai people. But certainly Australian, European, that's the majority of them. And we're getting, I think everywhere here, we're getting some more Russians, but the Russians we tend to attract tend to be quite a good laugh. I think a good laugh. So that's
good.
I guess it's the Irish, it's the crack. It just takes people over. You might go in there miserable, but after the famous Irish hospitality, then you
the Irish are a great laugh.
Yeah.
Once they've been sitting in the bar, they have a good laugh. And we have musical instruments in the bar.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a regular guest who comes and plays the piano. We've got guitar. We've got us singers that come and stay with us.
You haven't got the spoons or the washboard yet?
I don't do that yet. And occasionally I shall sing.
Occasionally show?
I sing.
What days is that?
I'll leave that to high season, so I've got bigger crowd.
the bar side of it, is that under Taracore? I mean, is that connected to it?
It's part of the hotel, but we treat the bar and the hotel separately because we still have the problem that bars in a hotel look like a bar in the hotel, whereas a garage could be put anywhere and it would stand alone as a great restaurant, a great pub. So I treat them separately, and so do the guests and the regulars.
Absolutely.
What sort of capacity has O'Gara's got, and how many people can get in there?
When George, our Irishman's here, he can get 120 in it.
120? Wow, that's they're all standing like that, are they?
And we're just looking to make an extension onto it.
Oh, it's
So
doing well.
that'll put another 10 or 12 tables and a pizzeria.
No
is the
pizza
plan.
as well.
So.
Good grief! This is from all your new 20 best dishes of the world, with your Indian, with your Irish. This is going to be one of the most extensive menus I think anyone's got, isn't it?
It covers most things.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable. Our Thai food, funnily enough, is very highly rated. Although we look at ourselves as a kind of European, we sell more Thai food than we sell European food.
Yeah.
What about the, when you say you get the foreigners that stay at a hotel, the foreigners that want to try some Thai food? I mean, I spoke to a few guys before, and they've got hotels, and they go, what's a Thai dish I can try? I mean, do you sort of like say to them, well, try this one first, it's not too hard? Do you get Europeans trying Thai food? Yeah,
our waitresses are pretty good, and they speak excellent English, so they help people buy or suggest meals that are neither too spicy or too hot or
I mean, a lot of
strange things in them.
I think a lot of people do in hotels want to try it, but they don't know what to order. That's one of the problems.
Yeah. It's easier for them in our hotel because we've got a visual menu. They can point at things. I'll have that.
Yeah.
And as I said, we sell more. When the majority of our guests are probably, it's 80 or 90% are European or Australian or American, but more than half our food is Thai food.
Right.
So they do eat it. They love it.
What about theme nights? I mean, down at the pub, do you have any sort of like theme nights going on? I mean, a lot of people tend to go for theme nights. Is there anything special that happens there, or is it just?
No, it's just the atmosphere in it. It's just especially when there's a few Irish or the Celtics in it. It's the crackets in it. It's no. We've thought about theme nights and then thought,
why do it?
No.
Yeah. What about entertainment? Obviously, the football's just started again fairly recently. Do you have that on?
We've got all the main sports on various screens throughout the bar. But I'd say that most of the entertainment's the guests.
Yeah, they make their own fun.
So it's a bit of a party place sometimes.
Sounds good. And the feel, is it like a typical Irish bar with all the stuff all over the walls, your granny's washboard and the old sides?
No, it's not. There's very little of that.
Right.
It's more about the hospitality.
Yeah.
Irish, Celtic. I'm part Irish myself, as I was saying earlier on. And it was built by Irishmen. We've got tons of Irish locals. And in high season, the hotel will be half full with Irish people. This is the destination for Irish people.
Right.
Is Tarracota.
Right, because obviously across the world there aren't that many Irish people. They do seem to sort of punch above their weight in terms of making their presence known. But
so the little Irish trinkets in that, no, we've not got that.
No,
sort of thing. It's
a bit of a cliche.
Well, they can open a pub and put Irish things in. Go to an Irish pub and sell cans of Guinness. No, it's more about the attitude, how we get things done, and what sort of customers we allow and don't allow in it. So
talking about Guinness, do you sell Guinness?
Of course we do. Regularly.
That's a must.
That's a must.
Surely.
In Jameson's whiskey, we sell that as well.
Okay.
So that's probably one of our biggest sellers of whiskey is Jameson.
Right, so it really goes for the full Irish. And what about going back to the meals? So what is you have a lot of Irish guests, and what's their favourite?
The favourite meal in our place is the full Irish breakfast.
The full Irish breakfast.
In high season, we'll sell 100 of them a day.
Which comprises of what? What is an Irish breakfast?
It's an English breakfast with the word Irish in front of it.
Okay, I'll go for that. I'll go for that.
All the secrets.
Sorry. I'm not recording this.
You just got me up there and you just let me down really fast. You didn't realise.
It's just it's fried potatoes, eggs, sausage. It's just maybe an English breakfast is actually an Irish breakfast in disguise.
You came up with it first.
We came up with it. We came up with it first. So
that would be a debate in there.
But the breakfasts are just a huge seller.
Yeah. And how much would full Irish set me back at your place?
160 baht.
That's a good deal. It's a good deal.
Steal. It's an absolute steal, and that includes tea and coffee and toast.
It sounds great. It sounds nice. I mean, 55 rooms and a place downstairs, and all the Irish jigging.
Yep, and another bit, when we had the military coup, the lot, if you get drunk in our bar, we put you in a room for free.
Now that was a deal.
So if you didn't have to leave at 11 o'clock, we just put you in a room.
Those were good. So we're nearly out of time.
Okay.
So remind us, where can we find you? And so you're
Pratamnak Hill. Pratamnak Road, can't miss it.
Can't miss it, it's just on the main road.
Just up from Ayara, coming from Jomptain, and just but just on Soy 5 on the main road,
Right.
coming from Pattaya.
And you have a website?
We do. It's www.taracourt.net.
Okay, nice, easy one. Campbell, thank you very much for
My
coming
pleasure, mate.
to visit us, and we'll be back in part 2
Thanks,
very
Campbell.
soon.